Hey guys, I just wanted to do some PowerPoint videos for our work this week because these books are a little bit more complicated than just a 3-minute YouTube video, although you can still find one, I'm sure, if you want. And some information in here will be more helpful for your workbooks. So here's a quick overview of Haggai. He prophesied during the temple rebuilding of Ezra. So remember that Ezra was first to go back, and he heard that everything was bad, and he went back to rebuild the temple, and then Nehemiah went back to rebuild the wall. But Haggai prophesied during that time. So did Zechariah. Ezra mentions Haggai and encouraged the Ezra mentions that Haggai encouraged the Jews, so we have that reference in Ezra. This was the first prophecy to the post-exilic community. Remember, post-exilic is post-exile, so after the exile. It's specifically dated from August to December of 520 BC. The people have returned from exile, and he encouraged the Jews after stopping work on the temple because of opposition. So like so many things kept happening bad that he went back to encourage them because they had opposition. So his main message is admonishment and encouragement to complete the temple. Like, don't stop working, keep going. He gives 5 messages, and he tells them that completing the temple will result in blessing. Like, this is your job. You need to complete the temple, and we will be blessed because of the work that you do. So his first message is a call to rebuild the temple. It says, the Lord has blocked their labors and stopped nature's blessing because they have stopped working. So you've stopped, so you're losing your blessing right now. Return to the temple in order to honor the Lord. When we get back to the temple, things will keep going. His second message is the Lord's blessing of the building. So they have to remember that the Lord is with them, that the Lord is with the Jews, and he stirs the leaders and the people to continue their labors. Like, you guys, he's like, guys, come on, we got to keep doing this because the Lord is with us. His third message is the greater glory of the temple. The people are worried that the temple isn't good enough. Remember, they lived under this temple of Solomon. And if you remember, like, when they saw when it was finished back when Ezra was done, and they were so like ashamed because it wasn't good enough. It wasn't what it used to be. But the Lord will bless their work. And it says the new temple is less than Solomon's, but will have greater glory because of what they've put into it. God's going to honor what they have done. The fourth message is the sins of the people have defiled their efforts. Because of their sin, their effort has been defiled. It's messed up because they've been sinning. So the blessing withheld in the past will be given to them in the future if they continue to work. And then the fifth message is Zerubbabel, the Lord's signet ring. So this is a comparison of Zerubbabel to the Lord's signet ring. If you remember, a signet ring is like the ring that a king would use to stamp his messages. And he says the message of the Lord's future shattering of the nations and kingdoms. So he's telling them that in the future, the nations and kingdoms are going to be destroyed by the Lord because of who Jesus is. Like, because Jesus, my dog is so loud, I'm so sorry. Because the Lord is going to be king. And Zerubbabel's descendant will rule over the earth, and that is ultimately the Messiah. And we know that is Jesus. So Zerubbabel is in that line. And that is the end of Haggai.